Words of Elders, Part 19. Not all spirits are the same. Be careful of who you challenge. There are some people you can offend and walk away with nothing more than a cold look. But there are others. You touch their pride, and they will remember it for a lifetime. Not every person fights with fists. Some fight with silence, others with strategy, and some simply wait until you've forgotten, until you're vulnerable, until your guard is down. And then they move. Not in anger, but in precision. Like a lion that doesn't roar until the kill is sure. You must learn to discern the spirit of a person before you cross them. To confront everyone the same way is not courage, it is foolishness. The wise don't speak carelessly. They weigh the room, the relationships, and the risk. They understand that in every man lies a different fire. Some fires warm you, some burn everything you've built. There are people who seem calm, but they're not peaceful. They are simply not finished observing you. There are others who smile, not because they have forgiven, but because they are planning how to repay you in a coin you won't forget. There are those who sit quietly, not out of weakness, but because they have the patience to watch time humble you. And when you offend such people, when you bruise their ego, belittle their work, or embarrass them publicly, you may think it ends in that moment. But for them, that moment is only the beginning. You've triggered a chain of emotions, and what you call a minor mistake, they call a personal war. And the most dangerous wars are the ones fought in silence. Honor the people whose minds are deeper than your assumptions. Before you raise your voice, study their silence. Before you react, observe how they react when others do wrong. That is your clue. That is the prophecy of your own outcome. You see, every soul has a threshold. Push too far, and you unlock a version of them you're not prepared to meet. Some people are like still water, smooth, calm, inviting, but step too deep, and you'll find currents that can drown a giant. The elders say, it's not everyone you fight. Some people you understand this, not because they're right, but because they're dangerous. Some people don't clap back. They step back, watch you climb, and then make sure the ladder disappears when you need it most. Nashun. Some don't confront you. They connect with those who control your future. Some don't talk about revenge. They just introduce you to silence and let your next chapter explain the consequences. Wisdom is not in the size of your voice, it is in the depth of your discernment. The immature need to prove they're strong. The mature prove it by knowing when to walk away. You don't need to fight everyone who offends you, but you must never offend the person whose pain you don't understand. Never assume that your words vanish after you speak them. Some hearts record every syllable, and when their moment comes, they won't shout. They'll simply press play. So be slow to speak, be slow to react, be slower to offend. You are not weak when you pause. You are wise. You are not cowardly when you step back. You are calculating. You are not losing when you refuse to strike. You are choosing peace over pettiness. Every battle is not yours to fight, and every person is not safe to challenge. Let your humility protect you in places where your strength cannot. Let your silence preserve you in rooms where your words could betray you. And above all, let your discernment guide you in relationships where your ego could destroy your destiny. Some just wait. And when they move, they don't chase, they conquer. Some stories from the book 48 Laws of Power. 1. The overconfident climber. There was once a talented man who served under a powerful ruler. He was intelligent, loyal, and effective. Over time, his success began to shine, but instead of staying humble, he became careless with his words and underestimated the pride of the one above him. He forgot that even kings have insecurities. His casual remarks and subtle criticisms offended the very person who held his future. What happened? He was removed, quietly, swiftly, and permanently. Lesson: no matter how competent you are, never make the one above you feel small or overshadowed. One wrong word can cost you everything. 2. The grateful genius. There was once a brilliant thinker who made a great discovery. Rather than boast or seek personal glory, he wisely linked his breakthrough to the honor of a powerful family. He made them feel important. He celebrated their legacy, not just his own genius. In return, he gained their protection, wealth, and long-term support. Lesson: some people are not to be impressed. They must be included in your success. Make those above you feel like part of your victory. 3. The quiet, vengeful heart. In another land, a respected advisor rose in influence. His wisdom was unmatched, and his value to the king was clear. But over time, his popularity and power grew too visible. The ruler began to feel overshadowed. Rather than confront him, the king waited and then struck when no one expected it. The advisor was eliminated, not for any crime, but simply because he had become too important. Lesson: people in power may tolerate your excellence, but never your dominance. Some egos will interpret your growth as rebellion, even when you're loyal. You can insult the wrong person by accident, but the consequences will not be accidental. Some people will let you walk away. Others will make sure you never walk that road again. Always read the spirit before you speak. Don't assume silence means safety. And never forget, the deepest wounds are often inflicted by those who feel disrespected. Words of the elders are words of wisdom.